Now, one of the ideas that's coming up locally and also nationally is about peer support from other cancer patients. And do you think combating that area where you can feel isolated, you can feel like I'm the only one who's had this, even though you know there's other patients who've had it, but you're not really in touch with them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this idea of peer support, which could be something very simple like a buddying system where you meet somebody who's been through it, ahead of you, or a drop-in group, do you think that could be quite powerful in that situation?
I think so, yes, because it gives the patient the opportunity to offload to somebody that's had a shared experience. All right, that experience might be worse than yours, or it might be better than yours in some ways. But the fact of it is, the most important thing is that you're sharing that, you're talking about it. Your fears might be allayed by that discussion, or they might be heightened by that discussion. But the main thing is you've had that discussion, it's opened doors. I made a very good friend. That was another aspect of the positive side of me being diagnosed with breast cancer. I made a good friend who was having a more serious cancer diagnosis than myself, and I actually met her on the ward at the hospital. She had her mastectomy the day before I had my op, and we are still firm friends now, and we talk about that. We socialise. It's not always about the cancer. We don't always talk about the cancer. We talk about other things in our lives, what we'd hoped for, things that have gone wrong, things that have gone right. But the main thing is that we talk, and we had that bond because we had a shared experience. And I think that support, groups or a buddying thing is a very good way of getting people to outside of the family where they might want to protect family and not talk about things. For example, I find it terribly difficult to talk to my daughter, who's coming up a young lady, and trying to protect her by not talking about the diagnosis and the treatment and other things, because other things were going off in her life that she was coping with. And because of that, again, you've isolated yourself from people within your family support group. And so therefore there is a need to offload elsewhere and get that support, no matter how small or how large that support is, from other people that have had the experience.